Heyo, heyo! This is Dark Sam, and today we're going to check out a little game that I found on itchio. It is called 9 p.m. Apparently you are in a lab with a bunch of zombies, and this is a choice-based thing to see if you survive, how you survive, and there's 13 endings, I think? So we're going to see which one we get, and also there's badges. So let's start. See what we get. Hi Gary, how you doing? Oh, this is who I can play. Would love to just watch bingo every day, not paid enough, still uses Walkman and thinks they're groovy. And, I guess this is who we can play for right now. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday and you are angry. You could have been at home watching bingo for about 30 minutes already, but you had to clean up after Steve, your good-for-nothing coworker. Where the hell is he anyway? He probably just made a mess and left like he always does. Gosh darn it, Steve. As you walk back to your office, the lab is empty and quiet, but not unusually so. You pull out your ancient Walkman and are just about to turn it on as you hear a low growling sound. A stray or something that finally found its way into the building? Maybe you should go look. Or maybe it was nothing. You don't hear anything right now, and honestly, you really, really want to be done for the day. No, just go to my office. Your shift is over. Even if it wasn't your imagination, it's not your problem anymore. You're tired, and you don't get paid for overtime. As you put your supplies away, you hear the growling again, louder this time. Very loud, actually. Could be a raccoon that found its way into the lab somehow, but by the sound of it, it would have to be a really big, aggressive raccoon. And one with a weirdly deep voice. Okay, it's probably not a raccoon at all. I mean, I'm inside, so investigate. Alright, so something's going on here. You take your trusted mop out of the supply closet and listen closely until you hear the growling again. It seems to be coming from the janitor bathroom. Steve? Did he lock himself in there to smoke weed or something? You hope not. Last time he did that, he threw up all over the floor. It better not be you, Steve, you walnut. Walnut? You shout in the direction of the bathroom. No answer. You stomp to the door and open it. Inside is not Steve. It's Kelly, another janitor whose shift ended at 2 p.m. What's she still doing here? On closer inspection, you suddenly realize Kelly is foaming at her mouth and moving strangely. Close the door. There's no use in talking to Kelly right now. She's completely off. So you just close the door with a polite nod and leave her to it. You briefly wonder if you should call 911, but she would understandably murder you for forcing her to pay the ambulance bill. Hopefully she's still okay with taking your shift on Monday. Stepping back out into the hall, you see another familiar face. However, it doesn't really lift your spirits as one might think. Steve, the idiot, is leaning against the wall and ignoring you, probably trying to play it cool. Unbelievable. Steve doesn't seem to appreciate your tone of voice that much. He starts groaning and whining and, drooling all over the floor? Okay, something isn't right with Steve. You start to wonder if he smoked weed in the bathroom again. Last time he did that, he threw up and you had to take him to the ER. Even had to pay the dang bill for him because he said he was broke. Come to think of it, did Steve ever pay you back for that? He said he would, but suddenly he turns around and growls right at you, interrupting your train of thought. He's... Oh. Snap! Steve has turned into a zombie. Should I hit him with my mop? Or run? Remember how in the zombie films you used to watch sometimes when bingo wasn't on yet? The zombies were really slow, like so slow that it was actually a bit ridiculous how the protagonist couldn't easily avoid them. Yeah, apparently that's not the kind of zombie Steve is. Kind of ironic considering how slow he used to be as a human. Anyway, now you're in pretty deep poop. You're sort of okay at running, but Steve is like 20 years younger than you, and also he's, you know, sort of dead, so it's not like he has some kind of remorse stopping him. Thinking of it, this could also be his revenge for you yelling at him yesterday. You will probably never know. His teeth ram into your neck, and in no time you collapse to the ground. Gosh darn it, Steve. I died. 1 of 10. Endings for Gary, that is. Oh, why do I gotta play her? Why can't we go back to Steve? I'm sorry? Well, I guess we could just go through them. Alright, let's intern Katya. Is actually here for work experience, but has only served coffee so far. Nervous wreck, sometimes cries in the bathroom on breaks. Great. It's 9 p.m. on Friday and you've just awoken from your accidental nap in the break room. How embarrassing. Why did no one wake you? In fact, where is everyone? And wait a second, it's 9 p.m. already? They didn't leave you here, did they? Oh my god, they totally did. And the door to the break room is locked. What? There's no answer, only growling? An animal, maybe? Some kind of dog? Why would they let dogs into the lab? Suddenly something rams the door from the other side. You jump back in shock and see a man burst through it, foaming at the mouth. Wait, you know that guy. Isn't it Steve, the janitor? He's not all that good at his job, but he always greets you with a smile, and you've grown to appreciate him. Now he looks straight out of a zombie film. You squeak as Steve comes closer and closer, his hands outstretched and reaching for you, like in a horror movie. Stop it, you shout, but he doesn't seem to understand you. He's probably to eat you. He looks like a zombie. I'm too young to die, you scream as you grab the nearest chair. And I don't want my parents to have to pay my stupid student loans. You throw the chair at Steve as hard as you can and storm out of the break room. Running, it turns out, isn't all that easy with high heels. But you can't stop, not until you've outrun Steve. Maybe you should have closed the door to the break room. You turn a corner and almost run into a wall. This is the end of the hallway. You cast a nervous glance back, but it doesn't seem like Steve is following you anymore. Still, you can't just turn and go back, can you? Ugh, what a mess. You should have never started working here. This whole lab is bad news. Although enough self-pitying, there's two doors you could go through to get out of here. You put your ear against each door and listen. One has pittering sounds coming behind it. Behind the other is just dead quiet. Both seem kind of suspicious, honestly. I'm gonna go with the pittering sounds because it might be water, but I mean, other than that, I don't know because I know zombies can be super quiet. It's risky, but as soon as you enter, you sigh a big sigh of relief. The pittering was coming from a fat little raccoon, munching on something it found under the lab tables. Hey, don't eat that, you say. Who knows what it could do to you? The raccoon stares at you. Its eyes seem weirdly intelligent, like it understood perfectly what you said. Then it squeaks and runs away, disappearing down the hallway. Strange little critter. Suddenly you hear a long, low growling sound. Wait a minute, you know that voice. Is that... It is her! Supervisor Jenna. Supervisor Jenna who never thanks you for bringing her coffee. Jenna who made you mop the floor on your first day instead of showing you around the lab. Jenna who made you cry and then told her co-workers at lunch within your earshot. Jenna, zombified. Looks like karma has finally caught up to her. You know you have to escape, but the temptation is strong. Now that she can't fire you, should you tell her a few choice words? No. Get away. You have to stay alive. Or you have to stay strong and alive. Even though you have a whole lot to say to Jenna, you turn and book it out the next door. You can hear her footsteps behind you as she starts chasing you. Are zombies supposed to be this fast? Whatever, no time to think. You round the corner and immediately notice the door to the second floor bathrooms. Maybe you can hide in here. If you close the door, Jenna will just run past and you could safely search for another way out. You're proud of your idea. You quickly slip through the door and lock it behind you, before Jenna can catch up to you. You're really lucky you noticed this door. Come to think of it, why was it even open in the first place? Hey, wait a second, isn't that Steve by the stalls? And next to him, did he eat another janitor? You frantically try to open the door, but it jams and won't move an inch. Oh man, that sucks. You said to Steve. Sadly, he isn't empathetic. Aww, we got the fourth ending. Nice. Oh. Yes? Okay, so we got one of Gary's and one of Katya's. Apparently there's some coming soon for Katya's. Alright, let's see what we can get for this one. carefully step out into the main hallway. Try to make as little sound as possible. At the end of it, near the bathrooms, you see a tall, kind of lanky figure. Wait a second. Is that... Christ, it is Steve. That idiot? What the hell is he doing here? Steve doesn't seem to appreciate your tone of voice all that much. Thinking about it now is a little weird, but you've dreamed of giving him a slap with the mop for a while, although you pictured him alive and not trying to bite at you. Poor Steve, maybe you shouldn't have yelled at him when he knocked over your toolkit yesterday. No, actually that was warranted. He was being an idiot, and you told him to watch out several times. Hey Steve, you think I was too hard on you yesterday? You ask. Steve just stares at you open-mouthed. No hard feelings, it seems. You give him a friendly nod. He tries to bite you again, but he can't do anything with the mop keeping it at bay. Good, now what? You cringe a little at this idea. Even Steve isn't annoying enough to warrant such treatment, but the real Steve isn't there anymore. Is he? What? Don't get sentimental now, old man. Steve growls in surprise as you shove the mop far back into his throat, and the growling stops. He stumbles backwards into the bathroom, and you close the door in front of him, locking it with your janitor's key. You're safe now. With Steve now locked away, you have to escape this place somehow. There's probably a lot more zombies running around. You tense up when you suddenly hear footsteps once more, but the young woman running around the corner clearly isn't a zombie. She looks disheveled and is clutching two big binders to her chest. Ah, wait, you know who she is. One of the unpinned interns, Kathy, or Kelly, or something. Steve was kind to her. Kind of into her, if you remember correctly. She's after me, she yells as soon as she notices me. Please help! You have no idea who she is. But you suppose you have to do something. Give her my mop. Tell her where the exits are. You feel a little like a cool action here. It's my duty to help you, inform her, which is technically true, only you normally say that after unclogging a toilet next to the offices. Good luck then, mister. You only nod stoically, upkeeping the action hero persona, but you do feel pleased. Helping people feels almost as good as watching bingo. As she disappears down the hallway, you take a quick look around. Which way will you go? Didn't we tell her where the back exit was? Let's follow her. Back exit it is. Thankfully, it seems to be open, if not fully. There's something weird blocking the way. A body? Hey, you need help, you ask? No answer. Then you notice a small animal sitting next to the body. It's a pretty fat raccoon, and it's staring at you unblinking. Wait, can animals be zombies as well? You didn't bite that fella or something, did you? You ask the raccoon. It lifts its tiny, weird raccoon hands as if to say, and what if I did? Not very reassuring. Suddenly, the raccoon gets up and starts walking towards the exit. It stops halfway to look back at you. Does it want you to follow? Follow the exit. The raccoon's probably right. You can't believe you said that sentence in your head. Too much weird stuff has happened today. You're not risking it right in front of the exit. Both you and the raccoon step outside, escape into the sweet, sweet freedom. Finally, now you can get back home and then you can watch bingo in peace. You hope bingo still exists in the apocalypse. And the raccoon tugs at your overall. Its beady eyes suddenly seem very big. You can't come with me, buddy, you say. I don't think it's legal to keep you as a pet. The raccoon gives you a look. The look says, it's apocalypse, dude. What? You think you'll get arrested? The raccoon is right. Alright then, I'll call you Steve. Yay! I have a pet! I just want to see if I can survive. So technically, I think she survived in the other one. But we'll see. Alright, I think we could probably do the same thing. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's the bit where the janitor told us where the eggs were. Now let's get out of here. Supervisor Jenna is vicious. Okay. So that's as far as they have so far. But maybe there's gonna be more, more people. Because I think one of the ones that we got is coming soon, so. Alright. That was super short, but it was an interesting little game. I hope that there's more soon enough. And when there is, I will make another little video about it to see how many endings we can get. But right now, because so many of them are locked, I don't feel too interested in doing them over and over again just for Gary's. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It really helps me out. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!